Hello at the Demystified Tarot. So it's my second weekly reading for our collective. And again, it's actually a good time to be part of the collective because the collective is small. So overall, by default, the reading should resonate a bit better. But of course, take what resonates and leave the rest. That's just the part of it. I'm trying to tune into the energy of our collective, our subscribers, but not everything might apply. So make sure to remember to take tarot seriously, but not too seriously, okay? I think it should be used for guidance and to help you, lead you through your life, and to help you identify certain patterns and archetypes and just psychological schemes in your life, and just help you move through them in a just better way. So again, I'll do a 3 cards reading with the Light Seers Tarot, which is one of my favorite ones. And let's see what comes up, and I'll walk you through it. We've got Ten of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and actually 2 cards came out instead of 1. That happens. So it's the Hanged Man and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so I'll kind of stop at that. We already got 1 bonus card, really. You see the flare up is a bit worse. So anyway, that's kind of what's coming for the upcoming week. So my weeks are kind of weird because they're from Thursday to next Wednesday. So what I'm talking about is technically, June 5th on. But of course, again, time is fluid. If you see this reading at some point of time and you feel drawn to it, you feel like this is something you should watch, then, it might apply for you. So 10 of Pentacles, it tells me that we come into this week being focused on our home and our material well-being, our safety, what we, not the house, but the home, what feels like home to us. So what people, what kind of work, what things, what is the most important part of our lives that really gives us the safety and make us feel rich and abundant. And even if you're not very rich and abundant in technically, but you might feel as such because just of your children, of your, pets, your spouse, your family, your sisters, your brothers, or your friends, This would apply also to this kind of family that we choose to ourselves. But of course, it's not just those friends that just go out for lunch once a month. It's those real friends who are there for you every day and they support you through things. So again, I would say we come into this week thinking about our stability, our material stability, and what provides us with the ability to have our home, to have our people, like how we show up to support them and how they support us as well. It is a pentacle card, so it talks about money, it talks about health, what we can touch, but it's a card of connections, and it's also the 10th, so generally it's a very positive card. You can see even on the card, the people, they're all kind of happy and enjoying. There's just looks like one big family, with multiple generations and a dog, and they have something beautiful built up. I really feel like this mandala shows that this complexity is the richness, the abundance of it. And we can see the tree of life here as well, which I would say just talks about how everything is connected, and that what is our fundamental home, that network is still our network. We are very, very connected to these things, right? The next card is Page of Wands. I'm just gonna walk through the cards and then kind of combine them together. That's a card of like a spark. It's such a fun card. I like it. And actually, you can see most of the cards are kind of within yellows. And I think yellow, if I remember well, is the sacral. No, the solar plexus chakra. But you can see it's such an energetic card, such full of life. And I often say it's spark because, well, Page of Wands and Wands being that kind of fiery, passionate, creative energy. So a page is already a card of some kind of action, of doing something, of receiving something. It's not usually a big thing, that's why it's a page and not a knight, for example, but you know, it's the first steps. It's this like having fun and taking a little risk, not a big risk, but like at least little risk to do something, to use our creativity, to use that passion that's in us. So I feel like it's something that kind of makes you excited. And finally we have Hangman and Five of Pentacles, which is interesting combination to come after this spark of energy, because it's exactly the opposite. It's the withdrawal. There's many, I mean not many, but there's a few cards in tarot that can represent withdrawal, right? Like the Hermit as well, I think most significantly. But this feels different because I would say this is not potentially something you will do out of your own will because the Hangman is usually said he's put in that position, although willingly. But with the connection to the Five of Pentacles card, I would say it's maybe less willing, because generally that card is, you know, has more of a pessimistic kind of interpretation of being left out, of being rejected, of being kind of locked out in the cold. That's how often it's described. So altogether, I feel like you will be kind of separated in a way that maybe will be uncomfortable, because even the Hangman, you know, it suggests certain discomfort. And Five of Pentacles, you know, it's a sad card. You can see this lady, she's like locked out and crying and feeling all lonely and sad and rejected. But in both cases, actually, in both these cards, there is the inclination that we have the power to change the situation. The Hangman actually can get out of it by themselves if they want to. And she, especially in this deck, you know, it's not in every deck, but especially in this deck, you can see there's the key. There's the key to open that door and come out. So was it meant, like, did you mean to, or will you mean? Because I would say, like, you know, I always read like left to right. It's a bit more like timeline. So I would say beginning of the week, middle, end of the week, kind of, if we're talking about a weekly reading, right? So maybe towards the end of it, either you will feel put in that timeout, or you will put it yourself there, but like you will want to stay there. I feel like you will maybe wallow a little in your sadness and feeling that you're being mistreated, but you maybe not gonna, you might not come out of it by the end of the next week willingly yet. But in that period of time, you will be learning things, because in Hangman, really the most important part is getting that new perspective, getting that new insight. And that might be a little connected to the Page of Wands in that way, like I would say, because a Page of Wands, I feel like, can also be like a bit of a new idea, not as much as Page of Swords, but it still has this like kind of, again, spark. I know I'm repeating myself, but like that's like just the best way. And like, how would you call that? It's a spark as well, right? So in that way it can be connected. But now all together, I think next week will be hitting home a lot, to say. So your safety, your stability, your like closest circle and abundance will be the key to it. And you might have some kind of new energy, some ideas, something you want to do about it. Like maybe you will have I don't know, some new idea how to get things done, how to get things better, like, I don't know, looking for a new project, for a new job. Maybe you feel like, oh, maybe we can do this, we can go there, you know, having some ideas. But I feel like that idea might, in the end, kind of be put on ice, so to say. I don't want to say it's gonna fail. Maybe, but at least it's gonna put on pause. I don't feel that there is like particularly a failure here. I just think it's like a pause, like a timeout that again is very uncomfortable, and I think you will want to do something quick because this is a very quick energy, very eager. Yeah, let's do it, you know. While these, on the other hand, you know, there's gonna be some kind of obstacle, I would say, and you know, divine timing. I hate it myself sometimes because like how much patience can we have? But maybe it's just not the right time yet, and you will have to wait to see a full picture better, and it might be difficult, but I think it just by the end of the week you won't have the answer quite yet as on what to go. And I think whatever is that new idea, it might affect again your like foundation, your castle, so to say, you know. I often feel about this card as a castle. It's this family castle where you're the king of it and you're guarding it, and you're also leading it, and you're thriving in it. So I don't know, maybe it's a little scary reading. I hope not. I can definitely honestly see that playing out in my own life. So you know, let's buckle up, let's keep buckling up. I mean, last week I was already talking about buckling up, but I think there is some kind of light in the tunnel, so to say, but we're just not getting to the end of the tunnel quite yet. We're seeing it there, but we're not coming out of the tunnel just quite yet the next week. So, you know, my advice would be stay in that discomfort as long as you can. Feel whatever you need to feel, think whatever you need to think. Know that ultimately you can come out of it. It's within you to get out of it. Don't rush until you're clear. And hopefully the next week there will be some clarity. I mean, like, we need it. And let me just look at the calendar. I think it's next Monday that Jupiter gets into Cancer, which is something that everybody in the astrology world are waiting for, and me too, as a Cancer especially. So I do hope that soon after there really will be some better news and better energy. I mean, those are not bad energies, but it seems, especially towards the end of the week, might be a little, again, not the easiest. But at least there will be some fun and energetic somewhere in the middle, I would say. Like, there will be a moment when we will be very enthusiastic and very excited about what's coming. And then we'll be like, it feels just like, oh, I'm getting excited. And like, there's like a roadblock. And you have, like, your excitement level has to, like, go down. But it's not that it's canceled. Like, the things that you got excited, I don't feel like they're gonna get canceled. It's just they will be put on hold for I don't know how long. But it seems like partially it will depend on you, and partially not. So hope to see some more clarity in the next week's reading. But let me know, let me know how this resonates, especially next week when it's, you know, already unfolding. That's always the best time to really judge, right? So thank you so much. I hope you subscribed and, you know, like the video, share the video, tell about it to your friends. I mean, really what we want to do is make tarot more accessible, and those readings are just for you to kind of enjoy and see and potentially learn. I know myself, I've learned a lot from watching people doing tarot readings on YouTube. But do join our newsletter. So other than those readings, you can also get different kind of emails about tarot and like how to read it yourself, you know. That's kind of the goal. Thank you so much and see you soon.